Peter Griffin woke up with the blazing sun in his eyes, sand stuck in his hair, and salt water dripping from his nose. He tried to sit up and fell flat on his back, face first into the sand. The yacht he had been napping on, donuts, half-eaten, coffee spilled, completely gone. No phone, no help. Just jungle waves and a very judgmental crab staring at him. Okay, new adventure, Peter muttered. He slipped in sand, fell into a puddle, groaned, wiped mud from his face, and tried again. Peter wandered through thick jungle. Every step was chaotic, slipping in mud, tangling himself in vines, tripping over roots, and startling birds that dive-bombed him. He tried climbing trees to see the island, got stuck halfway, flailed like a hammock, and eventually fell into a bush. He attempted fishing with sticks, each fish either slapping him or swimming away. He swung on vines, fell in mud puddles repeatedly, shouted extreme survival content. Every day he foraged for coconuts, avoided crabs, snakes, and monkeys, and gradually learned to survive. After wandering for days, Peter saw a small, white, boxy house with blue stripes, standing alone in a clearing. Windows perfectly square, cartoonish. Through the windows, he saw a tall, thin man, moving silently, carrying bundles, and bringing people inside the house. Peter froze. Every movement was precise, methodical. The people looked scared, exhausted, sometimes pleading silently. Peter whispered, "Okay, very bad. Hide, survive." Peter realized he needed height and safety. Using fallen branches, vines, and chaotic ingenuity, he built a precarious treehouse overlooking the boxy house. Fell many times, tangled in vines, hit himself with branches. Launched coconuts at monkeys, who retaliated. Practiced rope swings and pulley systems, failing hilariously. Daily survival included collecting coconuts, sticks, edible plants, and eventually catching small fish and crabs. Each day ended with him exhausted, muddy, but slowly mastering basic survival skills. Peter discovered a stream for fishing and drinking water. He constructed primitive fish traps, gradually catching enough for meals. He found wild fruits, some edible, some sour, making him spit and fall repeatedly. One day he discovered a stray dog hiding in the bushes. The dog growled, but Peter offered food scraps. After several tense encounters, he gained its trust, naming the dog Biscuit. Biscuit became his companion, alerting him to dangers, helping him find food, and occasionally causing chaos by running off with supplies. The jungle teemed with life: wild boars, snakes, birds of prey, crabs, and monkeys. Every encounter became a mini slapstick scene, Peter falling, slipping, scrambling, screaming, and laughing. Peter improved his treehouse, pulley systems for food and supplies, rope ladders, platforms, lookout posts to observe the boxy house, fire pit for cooking with multiple burns and smoke accidents. He observed the man, bundles carried inside, sometimes people struggling, shadows, flickers, strange sounds. Every day his paranoia grew. Peter camouflaged with mud and leaves, but often slipped into ponds or fell from trees. He tested improvised traps, alarms with coconuts, and defensive structures. Peter realized he could try to save some of the people. He began to map the surroundings, noting paths to the house. Observe routines to find moments of vulnerability, craft crude weapons and distractions from vines, rocks, and sticks. Each attempt ended with chaos. Peter swinging on vines, falling into mud, Biscuit barking, monkeys stealing traps. Yet he learned timing, stealth, and patience were key. Peter watched the man bring more people in. He noticed a pattern. The man never looked around, moved silently, carried bundles into the boxy house with precision. Peter whispered to Biscuit, "We have to help them. We have to try." His first small rescues were messy, sneaking up, distracting the man with thrown coconuts, guiding a terrified person toward the jungle, falling multiple times, getting muddy, almost caught. Each rescue attempt was mini chaos, stretching minutes per scene. Peter finally decided to approach the boxy house directly. He crawled through mud and vines, observed shadows, hid behind trees, noticed a small dock with a boat near the house. The man carried another person toward the house. Peter signaled, Biscuit whispered, "Now or never." Peter moved silently, slipped, crashed into a bush, froze as the man turned briefly but didn't notice. Heart pounding, he reached the dock, found the boat, and guided rescued people aboard. The final escape, paddling frantically through waves, rocks looming, man noticing the commotion, moving toward the dock. Peter shouting instructions, falling into water, dragging Biscuit aboard. Chaos ensues, waves crash, bundles shift, man gesturing but unable to stop them. Finally, Peter glanced back. The white boxy house with blue stripes gleamed in sunlight. Shadows of the man, silent, precise, still inside. Peter whispered, "Somehow survived. Chaos wins." Peter wins. The raft drifted away, island shrinking behind them. Peter, Biscuit, and the rescued people were free, leaving behind half a year of survival, chaos, treehouse disasters, wildlife encounters, and the mystery of the boxy house.